Hey, what is up, guys? It is the Millennial Entrepreneur. Now, right off the bat, I have to apologize. My dogs are in the room hanging out with me. We just got a new puppy. He is a rescue. He was found under a woodpile, and he was a puppy. So we took him off the person's hands. They needed to get rid of him. They just couldn't have 9 puppies. So we got a new dog. He's floating around. I might pick him up and show you guys a little bit. But in this video, it's totally unrelated, but you're gonna hear them run around because they're playing right now. But I just got so fired up because I had somebody say, hey, I started a business and I'm not getting sales. And this immediately triggered a red light in my mind. It was like, what is going on? Why are you not getting sales? There has to be a reason why you're getting sales. So after spending some time on the phone with them, basically we came down to the conclusion that they're doing one massive thing wrong. Now, this whole video is about diving into that one massive thing, and ultimately at the end of this video, you should have a pretty good idea of what you need to do to start making sales. Now, the cool part about this video is it does not matter what industry you're in, what you do for a living, or anything like that. So let's get into it. So this person came to me and said, hey, I've had a website now for a little while. I'm getting some traffic, but I'm not getting any sales. My friends and family aren't even buying from me, and nor are they supporting me. I'm not sure exactly why. I don't have a social media following. I'm just putting things up on the website, and I am building some kind of traffic to the website. That's a couple blogs and a couple other things. But ultimately, he was like, I don't understand. I have a great product, and I don't know why nobody is supporting me. And after a series of questions, I figured out that he didn't have product confidence. So what does that mean, product confidence? He built this thing online and would write a couple pieces of content about it and drive some traffic and even get a couple backlinks and maybe occasionally post on social media. But the problem is he had no confidence in himself to start actually selling. The difference between myself, now 3 years later from my initial start of being an entrepreneur, to him is the fact that I didn't have any confidence either. It took me 1 full year of studying, learning, taking other people's courses, and ultimately figuring out what the heck I needed to do. It drove me insane. And he is experiencing the exact same problem. He's looking to build this business. He's putting the time, energy, and effort in, but he has no confidence in himself because most people don't have the courage or don't have the wherewithal to take the first major steps of becoming an entrepreneur. Now, I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, and you're like, well, he started a business, he should have some kind of confidence. Well, if you're selling a product online or selling a service to somebody else, you need to have some level of confidence. This is my dog. I'm sorry he's running around, but he's playing with the other dog. This is Hunter. Tucker, you'll probably meet in another video, but he's the rescue. He's still a little puppy, super cute, but I apologize, like I said, if they're running around. He has this product, he has this traffic, and ultimately he isn't getting the sales. So he lacks major confidence. And here's how we go about taking care of that. So thing number 1 is he knows his product. On the flip side of things, when I first started my business, I didn't actually know digital marketing. I knew how to build a basic website on Squarespace and eventually learned Wix, and now I'm dabbling with Webflow. But ultimately, I really didn't know that much. I knew enough to build one website and have a couple people that said, hey, looks like you know how to run some social media accounts. We would love to have you do ours, right? And that was my first stepping stone. He's struggling to get his first sale. It's not like it's a bad product. He's selling coffee, but ultimately, he's struggling to just get that first sale. So he really hasn't told many people about what he's doing. Ultimately, he's so afraid to tell people, hey, I have a coffee company, I would love for you to try my coffee. He's not giving out free samples, which I do agree with to a certain point, right? If somebody wants to try your stuff to make sure it's legit, you have to give out a free sample. You have to give a taste, you have to show that you can do it. Just because you have coffee with a package and a label on it doesn't mean anything. So you have to have that first level of confidence. This is something I see when I work with all new business owners. The business owners that are struggling are typically the ones that have zero confidence in themselves. Not so much themselves, but their product, their service, their goods. Whatever they're selling, whatever they're exchanging for money is typically where they lack their confidence. Now, I know these people and they have these tremendous larger than life personalities. They're financially super successful and it's usually a side hustle or something like that. And they have no confidence when it comes to their actual product that they're selling. That's the biggest struggle. They're constantly having more and more issues because they have no confidence in what they do. This is the same problem that I had with this individual. Ultimately, I said, look, if you don't believe in your product, if you are terrified to talk about your product, or when somebody says, hey, what are you doing for your free time, or what are you getting into, and you're not telling them what you do every single day, then you're immediately not going to build trust. People want to trust people that either have proven success in a certain area or love their product, right? Tesla is a great example of that. Elon believes in his product more than anybody else. Now Tesla is a tremendously large company, but back when he first started, Elon was one of the only people that believed in himself, and it took that long and that much money and that many years for them to grow to the point where they could make sales, right? He was confident in his product. If Elon wasn't confident in his product, Tesla wouldn't exist today. It's just, there might be other competitors or somebody that started, but it's his confidence, it's his level of determination that helped get Tesla on the market and say, hey, we are the best cars. We have the most proactive software. We have self-driving, or that's where we're headed, right? These are all different things that basically took the world by storm and said, hey, not only does this guy believe in what he's doing, right? So much so that he's building cars that will self-drive. He's giving people test rides and things like that and showing people, and ultimately building this massive car manufacturer. It's literally changing the automotive game. So when you think about it, you're like, hey, I don't know why somebody's not buying my products. Well, do you have confidence in your products? Because your web presence might be something, and you might just not get enough clicks to your website to make those sales. But ultimately, you have to think to yourself, what's going on? Why are my friends and family not supporting me? Now, friends and family are usually the hardest sells when it comes to, buying your product. But if you're selling a tangible item such as coffee, or maybe it's mugs, or maybe it's art, or whatever it is, if your friends and family aren't supporting you, then you have a major confidence problem in your product or service. So whatever that is that you need to overcome, whether that's actually getting a paying customer, or that is just a mental barrier that you need to say, no, my product is literally as good as anybody else's. I don't understand why somebody's not buying from me. Whatever it may be, these are serious problems that you need to overcome and think about, hey, why is that person not buying me? Why do they not have confidence? Do I not have confidence in myself, right? The first time you show somebody what you've done, it's a huge vulnerability. I remember my first YouTube videos, I was shaking at the end of them. This is my product, right? I produce videos to help other people, right? And it was more so sales back in the day and LinkedIn. Now I'm kind of transitioning it to the entrepreneur and stuff like that. But ultimately, if you're a business owner, or you're an entrepreneur, or heck, you're even a salesperson, and you don't have confidence in what you're selling, you're never gonna get the sales that you really want. So whatever you're selling, think about it. Do you actually have confidence in what you're doing? Because if you don't, you need to change or maneuver, or if it is something that you love but you're terrified to show people about it, you may never get the success you really hoped for. So you have to take that leap of faith. You have to say, hey, this is something I can or can't do, and go from there. It took me almost a full year and a half to really build the confidence to say, hey, I build websites, I can do SEO, I can hang with the best of them, and ultimately, we're now becoming a HubSpot partner. We're looking to grow in Webflow. We're constantly adding these new services because we're growing, because we believe in what we can do. And we just recently had our first customer break the 1 million impression mark, which might not sound like a lot to some of you guys, but taking them from 250,000 impressions per year all the way up to 1 million is a huge accomplishment in my eyes. That's literally 4xing the amount of impressions they got over the course of 1 year with an extremely small budget, mind you. So we got it done. I'm super excited about that kind of stuff. Look, if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur looking to start a business, go for it. Just whatever you decide to do, have some confidence in it. Trust me, it's not as hard as everybody makes it seem. You just have to go out there and start and do it and believe in it and tell every soul you meet about what you do, right? So just like you guys sell a product, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. That, in my eyes, is like basically you like me enough to purchase me, and that builds my confidence and makes me make more videos, things like that. This is now the new studio. It's very different than my old studio, and there's going to be things coming. I just got some nice stuff on the walls here. But look, being successful isn't as hard as you think it is. Hit the like button if this video helped. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss another video on how you can grow your business and sales. And I'll see you guys in the next one.